Tonight on Connecticut's news station, 2 college students robbed at gunpoint, leaving a campus community in shock. Plus, a 21-year-old dead tonight after a devastating early morning crash in West Hartford. Remembering and honoring the brave, a ceremony for 2 fallen firefighters from Connecticut.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Carmen Chow. We begin tonight out of Hamden. Police are searching for a suspect who they say robbed 2 Quinnipiac students at gunpoint this weekend. They have the suspect's description, but the search is still on as the campus community recovers. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner joins us live in Hamden with more on this story. DeAndrea?
Well, Carmen, police say that this happened just before 12:30 Saturday morning. They say that the students were traveling to an off-campus house from a restaurant when all of this took place.
That's a new one for here.
Hamden police are investigating 2 Quinnipiac students being robbed at gunpoint. Police say the students were walking on Whitney Avenue to an off-campus house when the robbery happened. Many students saying that it was a worrying incident to hear about.
It's a little alarming, if we're being honest.
Police believe they're looking for a dark-skinned male. They say that he had a semi-automatic handgun and demanded money, robbing the 2 students of $40 and a wallet. Campus police notifying faculty and students of the incident.
I was shocked to receive an email, but I'm kind of glad that they let us know what was going on.
As Hamden police continue their search, campus police is releasing safety tips to students, saying if someone threatens you with a gun or a weapon, give up your belongings and don't resist. Get away from the area as quickly as possible and call 911. Always travel with someone, especially at night. Avoid walking home late at night. And always trust your instincts. If the situation doesn't feel right, get away. And while the 2 students got away safely and uninjured, the community is hoping that justice is served.
I just hope maybe the guy gets caught and these kids get, the right justice. Maybe they get their things back.
And Hamden police are asking community members if you have any information about this robbery to please come forward and call them. In Hamden, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thanks, DeAndrea. A 22-year-old is dead tonight after a fatal crash in West Hartford. Police say Luis Colon was driving on I-84 westbound near exit 40 around 6:30 a.m. today and appeared to lose control of his car. He then traveled across all 3 lanes, crossed the exit 41 entrance ramp and collided with the concrete barrier off the road. Colon was later pronounced dead on the scene. The crash remains under investigation and witnesses are urged to contact state police. In Haddam, a motorcyclist was involved in a crash with a car on Killingworth Road. It happened around 6 p.m. on Saturday. The driver of the car refused treatment and there was no word on the motorcyclist's condition at this time. The crash is still being investigated. And Tallinn State Police are investigating a crash that killed 2 people. Police say Amanda Bowen of Coventry was traveling southbound on Merrill Road around 1 p.m. and crossed the double yellow lines, colliding with Brian Flint of Ellington head-on. Both Bowen and Flint died in the crash, and the 2 children in Flint's car suffered minor injuries. The crash is under investigation. Trumbull police say they found a body near the Pequannock River Valley walking trail near Churchill Road. They say a hiker found the body today partially decomposed with some personal items nearby. There are no obvious signs of foul play, but police are continuing to investigate and working to identify the person. And turning now to the weather, we had a beautiful day yesterday, and today was no different. Let's toss it over to meteorologist Ryan Breton. Hey, Ryan.
Carmen, this weekend pretty special between yesterday and today, especially coming off the stretch we just had. These are some of the warmest high temperatures we had today. Upper 70s, almost 80 degrees in Windsor Lock, 78 in Newington, Lisbon, Hamden, Manchester, and Hartford as well. And right now we actually have some rain coming in, but all of this rain is going to be timed overnight tonight. So things are working out pretty pretty well in our favor around here. Still dry in most of central and eastern Connecticut. The leading edge of this could be drying up a little bit, but there is some rain that's being reported around Oxford and Waterbury, and some rain moving into northwest Connecticut right now. This will really just be moving in between now and about 4 or 5 in the morning, and then it's out of here by the time most of you wake up and head out to work or school in the morning. So here's midnight showers, a period of some steadier rain moving through. The last of the showers will be moving out of eastern Connecticut around 4 or 5 in the morning. So if you're an early commuter, you may still have some drops out there, but then the clouds will give way to sun pretty quickly tomorrow, and we have a great Monday ahead. Sunshine, warm and breezy in the afternoon, with temperatures again tomorrow rising to between 70 and 75. More warm weather is in the 7-day forecast. I'll be back to talk about how more and whether or not there's any more rain in the forecast too coming up. Carmen.
Thanks, Ryan. One firefighter is recovering tonight, and a family is without a home in Madison after a late-night fire. Here is a photo of the aftermath. The fire department says they were called to the scene around 11:30 last night and had the fire under control in 40 minutes. One firefighter did have non-life-threatening injuries and was treated at the hospital. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. This comes as a day of remembrance and reflection was held today for National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Day. The flags in front of the state capitol were lowered to half-staff today as Connecticut thanks its fallen firefighters. 2 Connecticut firefighters were honored at the National Remembrance Service in Maryland.
Connecticut, William T. Halstead Sr., Sandy Hook Volunteer Fire and Rescue Company. Matthias A. Wirtz, North Haven Fire Department.
Fire Chief William Halstead died in July of last year after responding to a fire, and firefighter Matthias Wirtz died in December of last year while fighting a fire. Thousands of firefighters all around the country were honored at this morning's event, and many fire stations sounded off their sirens at noon in honor of the fallen. In honor of Bike Safety Awareness Month, the Wethersfield community held a bike parade this morning. The parade was led by Wethersfield Mayor Michael Rell as a way to promote bike safety and showcase the old Wethersfield downtown area. The event organizers said they had about 100 people show up for the bike ride and for the big announcement on who won the Bicycles on Main competition.
So throughout the month of May, bicycles are on display. Families, organizations, businesses, they all enter a bicycle that's decorated in a particular theme. So it's a great opportunity for people to show off their creativity and gives the general public an opportunity to come out and enjoy the beautiful weather and the historic charm of Old Wethersfield.
The event was sponsored by the Old Wethersfield Shopkeepers Association. The winners of the Bicycles on Main competition were announced at a post-ride celebration with shopping, food, drinks, and some history from the Wethersfield Historical Society. A follow-up tonight, a unification rally was held in Rocky Hill against the spread of hateful messages left on residents' lawns by a believed white supremacist group. The rally was organized by Not Just Us, a statewide organization working to fight racism across the state. But the founder of the group says this time it was personal, as the flyers were left across the town he's lived in for over 2 decades.
I think my initial reaction was, oh no, not in my town. Because here I've been working with communities across the state, and they came into my town. It kind of felt even more personal than, because I've been doing this for a couple of years now, you know, and across the state, and here it's happening in my backyard.
The Rocky Hill residents attended a community forum a few weeks ago to urge the town to do more, but this afternoon's rally was held in hopes of bringing many groups focused on fighting racism together, as they believe this cannot be a task accomplished alone. Another follow-up tonight in the case of the Connecticut woman missing in Japan. Her family are having to come back home. It has now been 28 days since Patricia Wu Murad went missing while hiking, and her family reported on their GoFundMe that Japanese police are ending their extensive search and rescue tonight. Her family also said due to rain and expenses, they have decided to leave the country and hope police and search and rescue can still find her. Since starting the GoFundMe, the family has been able to raise almost $185,000 to aid in the search. Tomorrow, the New London Police Department is going to honor two people who helped in the deadly fire on the Gold Star Memorial Bridge. Off-duty officer Lieutenant Cornelius Rogers and Brandon Bilo helped to rescue two people from a crashed car. The car went up in flames shortly after they ran away from the car. The New London Police Department says Rogers and Bilo showed extreme heroism, character, and a relentless life-saving commitment under enormously challenging conditions. They will be honored at the Guard Arts Theater on State Street tomorrow at 5 p.m. Cases of colorectal cancer are on the rise in younger Americans, and one local organization is working to spread awareness. Champions for Colorectal Cancer will host their third annual charity golf classic tomorrow morning in Milford. Numbers from the American Cancer Society show cases of colorectal cancer in people under 50 have been climbing steadily for years, and more are dying from the disease each year. The Champions organization was part of the push to get the recommended screening age lowered from 50 to 45.
By 2030, it's going to be the leading cause of cancer deaths for those under the age of 50. So we've been pushing to make that change. We've met with legislators. We do an event with a national organization called Fight CRC, where we went down to DC in March during Colon Cancer Awareness Month.
Tomorrow's Golf Classic will take place at the Great River Golf Club in Milford. Registration starts at 9 a.m. and you can find more details on our website, fox61.com. And we have much